No, I'm a little early. I just wanted to explain. I got a cold. I feel like garbage. I'm here because I said I would be here. Uh, Personally, I'd rather not be here because, but it's Wednesday and well, gotta come on, right? Gotta make the cash register ring, even though I don't really feel like doing that right now. Um, so it's a little early, but that's okay. Ugh. So, you might be asking yourself a good question is, why did you bother come on if you don't feel well? I don't know. I didn't have much of a choice in some ways. It's just a watermark on this napkin. Hold on, man. What? Can you give me one of those blank DVDs? I don't know where you put them, so I want to make a DVD out of this. What I'm watching. I already gave you a stack of my DVDs. Yeah, I know. I already went through all of those. A lot of them were no good. I threw them out. Okay, I went. What do you mean a lot of them are no good? They're brand new. No, the ones you gave me, I got rid of a lot of them. What about the ones I just put in the stack? I gave you a bunch of new ones. And matching sleeves. There wasn't any new ones that I knew of. They all had stuff on them. I checked them. Hold on a minute. I got rid of all the other ones. Not these ones that were in the Tyvek sleeve. I know. I went through the stack of those and they were no good. I threw them out. Why did you throw out the sleeves? The discs are good. I gave you the discs. They're brand new. I just opened the damn package. No, Michelle. Why would I throw away a new disc? They weren't new. The ones I tested were ones I had. There was I don't know what you're talking. That were not in sleeves that were labeled. They were not even labeled. They were totally blank. They had nothing on them. The one that had something writing on it were discs you made that I found. Yeah, those were no good. I threw those out. What about the other ones that were brand new sleeves? What were they doing with the old ones? I couldn't know the difference unless you said something. Oh, fuck. Can you tell me you can't even look? I can't believe you can't even look. All I know is I checked a bunch of them last night. They didn't play, so I threw them out the ones that didn't play. You should at least ask me. Oh, Michelle, are these discs new? Royce, what did you throw them in the garbage can? Ed, where are they? Ed! What? Where are they? I threw them in the garbage last night. This is the same garbage from last night. Well, if there's any garbage that was here yesterday, they were in the garbage bag that was in the kitchen. Okay, I found them. So these aren't the discs. The only ones that are in the garbage, those are the only ones I threw out. They were in white tape with sleeves. Well, I don't know what the other ones were talking about. They were in white sleeves. White sleeves. I never saw those. The only ones I saw that are ones that are in the garbage. I never saw no other ones at all. At all. The only ones you see are in the garbage are the only ones that I saw. They were in sleeves. Like these discs or these sleeves. These sleeves. Yeah, I went through them all yesterday. I think those were in there. I checked them all. The ones, whatever's in the garbage is the only ones I went through and checked yesterday. checked them and they didn't work. I swear to God, you can't even ask questions. Remember, you just told me. I didn't even check all the discs you said. No, you're not getting any more discs. No. Absolutely fucking not. I was nice enough to get you some discs. I checked all the ones that went in the garbage. I told you the ones that went in the garbage didn't work. Those are not the discs in the sleeves. Why can't you ever fucking do anything else around here? I always gotta be blamed for everything. If you weren't on that fucking station all the time, I wouldn't get blamed for shit when you're not around here. You said don't bother you yesterday, so I didn't bother you. So I do here. I'm trying to tell you something. I do something by myself, I get blamed for doing the wrong fucking thing. Alright, I were right here. On the top of this TV. You mean to tell me? I just told you that the pile of whatever ones you gave me from the other night, I went through all of them, tested all of them, and I only said... What other nights? The ones that gave you were brand new in sleeves. These weren't from the store brand new. Yes! If the ones that I gave you, the Tyvek sleeves included, yes, they were still brand new. Did they come in these, or did they come in paper sleeves? They didn't come in cases, they came in paper sleeves. They came in paper sleeves. Well, those were in the garbage, because I didn't think they were any good. Get them out! You tossed them, you don't get them out. Because I'm not giving you any more, because you already gave me some, and you didn't even bother asking me. You know, because I thought they were mine. I didn't know they were fucking new ones. Okay, well, go back and get them then. They're in the garbage in the kitchen. According to you, go get them. Did you empty the garbage today already? No, I did not. So go in the kitchen and start fishing. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll bring you the garbage, and you're still fishing. Wouldn't spend all that time wrapped up in that goddamn show. Stuff like this wouldn't happen. Don't bother me, you said. When I'm on a show, okay, I didn't bother you. So I fucking do something on my own and I get screwed for it. Because you're goddamn so wrapped up in a show all the fucking time. There's other things in life besides the fucking show. Those are your discs for tonight. They're brand new blank discs. Unused virgin in paper sleeves, and I put them in sleeves so you have sleeves that go with the discs. Oh, tell me that I got cold. Go give me a garbage bag in the pantry. I'm gonna have to unfucking load this whole garbage bag into a new one. Pennsylvania blues, and that set was not released whatsoever. But, you know, it came with track. Why would I give you used discs? When I bought them brand new from the store. It just was never released. By eBay. And the sleeves. I already had those. Here. Take your time and start digging. Fortunately, Tyvek sleeves, so they'll clean off nice. Do him a favor, eh? They're blank tops, by the way. There's nothing on them. There's nothing written.
That fucking explains why they didn't work then. Since I didn't know, you put new fucking disc in with old ones. That's what happened.
No, I gave you.
Well, why didn't you tell me? I thought they were my old discs.
You didn't see that pile of discs sitting on top of the VCR DVD player and wonder where the hell did they come from?
They were with my disc in the same pile.
There was a disc sleeve that had discs of yours already in it, yes.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have been. That's why they ended up getting thrown out.
Because you didn't bother to check all the discs. Go back and grab all the blank ones that have nothing on them, and the sleeves are blank too. Shut up, Yam Ranch. All right.
It's one of mine right here. It's marked. This is one of mine they threw out.
Right, and it has the Tyvek sleeves. They were in sleeves.
If I go through this garbage pail and they're not in here, then that means they weren't. I didn't put them in the garbage, okay?
Right, then where did you put them?
I didn't have them at all.
They were on the DVD player, though.
You must have put them somewhere else.
I put them on top of the DVD player. Or next to the computer.
Haven't you learned from a long time ago not to put nothing anywhere without telling me, first of all, because I don't know shit. I always fuck up something unless you're involved with it. If it's your shit. Don't you know that?
If I saw a set of discs sitting on the table and I didn't know who they were, and I only knew
what they were mine, I told you. Because mine...
Yes, there was 3 discs on there that were sitting at the bottom. There were 3 discs and that were sitting in the bottom of the box. They were labeled 2012. A few movie titles, Sister Act 2, and a few others. That, yes, those were yours. But there also was about 5 blank ones that had no labeling on the sleeves whatsoever. They were totally blank. Keep digging.
Here's the other disc. These are not in sleeves.
They don't even have a brand on them. They're totally blank.
I don't know, Michelle. Here's the disc I threw in the garbage. I don't know what. I didn't throw any with the sleeves.
Where did you throw the sleeves then?
These are the only ones I threw in the garbage right here.
Yeah, I bet they're not even the discs.
I didn't throw any that were in white sleeves. I took the ones that are in the white sleeves, tested them.
You took the discs out of the white sleeves.
And tested them. These are all the ones that are all together. I don't know if they didn't work. They're in the same pile, whatever. There's probably blank ones there in that pile.
No. Maybe. No, this is not it. This is the old disc.
Look through those. Those are the only ones.
This is old disc.
There ain't no other ones in there.
This is an old disc. Old disc. Old disc. Old disc. Old disc and old disc. Okay, so in other words, process elimination says that it could have fallen behind the TV, they could have fallen on the floor, they could have possible, can't get to the TV, it's got the computer away.
time ago, don't put your shit around where I'm doing things. Because if I don't know about them, they're gonna get. I had no idea what. I didn't even remember seeing any. The ones I. You told me. You told me you had bought new ones. Okay, never saw the new ones. The only ones I saw were the ones that you put over here that were in my pile of old discs you said you found. Those were the only ones that I checked over, and they were no good, the ones that I just showed you. That's what I'm trying to tell you, but you keep calling me a fucking liar, because I know what I did.
Fine, I'll give you a disc. These are brand new.
So this is the Stu line, which came out in 71.
Did him a favor, give him a bunch of sleeves and put discs in the sleeves, so he wouldn't have to worry about asking me for separate sleeves. He couldn't even. He didn't even say, "What the hell is this?" If he asked me, I would have told him. "There are extra discs for you. You said you wanted discs. I bought discs for you." Instead, here's 4 discs. And here's 4 sleeves. And I put them in the sleeves, just like I did the other discs. You can see, if you see the other discs, you know what they look like, okay? You say you want a fire tonight, guys? There. I just sprinkled accelerant all over the show, alright? This is what the donations help pay for. It's things like this when we have to buy supplies for the house. I have to buy them in bulk because of cost. Here. They were just packaged, just like this. Identically packaged, just like that.
I know. You know what probably the problem was? Because I'm going to explain to you one more time what happened. There was a bunch of these that were mixed, then you must have mixed them with mine. It's probably what you did. Because the ones that I went through yesterday did have sleeves, some of these. I took them all out because I thought they were all mine. Tested them all, and the ones that didn't work, I threw in the garbage that I handed you and showed you. Any other ones, I know nothing about. So I'm not going to explain myself again. That's what I did.
So you don't even have the sleeves.
No.
And where did you put the sleeves?
Why are you asking me that? I have no idea. The ones that were in sleeves were my discs that I handed you.
All right, but still, what did you do with the sleeves?
Threw them out in the garbage. The sleeves.
Why?
I didn't need them. Those were the ones that were my discs, my old discs.
Yes, you do need sleeves, or you'll scratch them up otherwise. Well, at least on the garbage you can get a lot later.
Garbage over there too on the floor. See it? You grab that, I can't bend. Something right there. And there's a candy wrapper thing right there. See it? That's garbage. Throw it out.
Yeah, I'll test those discs. They should be fine. And if they're not, then I'm going to try my computer and see if they're okay there. You could have a lemon in there. It's not possible. They are both duplicate discs. Well, I'll bring back, guys. Maybe they're up here. Hold on a minute. I don't think so, because... No, they're not up here.
Well, I don't know what happened to them. They weren't throwing the garbage, that's for sure, because we just looked.
What?
They weren't throwing the garbage, because the only ones that were in the garbage were the ones I just found. That were my old discs.
You found discs?
My old discs. Those were the only ones that were thrown in the garbage. I didn't throw any of your new ones in the garbage. I don't know what happened to them, okay? I didn't throw them in the garbage, though. I don't know what they
Did you organize anything yesterday, throwing things in closets?
No.
They were there for like 2 fucking days. They're probably sitting around here somewhere. You probably will find them, and you're not even looking. You're gonna wonder.
But I wish from now on, please, all right? Leave your fucking stuff away from mine, so this doesn't happen. My stuff stays with me, and yours stays with you. We've had this problem before.
I told you I'd get you discs, so I gave them to you.
Yeah, and then I didn't know they were the new ones. Probably. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. All I know is I thought they were my ones that I...
So they're probably still sitting over there somewhere. So you've got to go look for them. Since they're not over here, because I didn't leave them over here, they're not on the shelf over there.
I told you yesterday.
Keep looking. That's all I'm telling you.
I told you yesterday that...
Keep looking. Keep looking. Thank you. I got a show to do.
You got to listen to me for a minute. I told you. There was a pile of discs sitting on the table over here. And my discs were in that pile of discs. So I don't know what the other ones were doing in there. They didn't belong mixed up with my
What?
discs. I said, the pile of discs you're talking about had my disc in them, which I thought were only my
There were
discs.
3 discs in the sleeve that you made.
Well, yeah.
That I found in addition to with the new ones.
Yeah, well, the new ones mixed in with them. I don't know what happened.
They were on the bottom. There was 5 of them on the bottom. They were all new, single discs to a sleeve.
What were they doing mixed in with mine?
I gave you 3 discs that I found in the bottom of my box that were yours, thinking that maybe you were looking for them.
Yeah, you did, and I tested them yesterday. The ones you gave me, they were this old disc of mine, and they didn't work, I told you. I threw those out. I tested them, they didn't work.
And I didn't see any white discs over there. So, Optimus Razor says they're still fucking in here. Alright, back to the show.
I swear to God, Satan reigns in his fucking apartment. I swear to God, he's hanging out in here.
Who is?
Hey, Satan is. Because this is bullshit. I don't see how things like this can just fucking up and disappear. I know exactly, I'm not stupid. I know exactly what I did yesterday night because I was sober when I did it. And I know what disc I used, ones I tested. I threw the ones that I tested that were no good in the garbage.
What? Yeah, but they're not in the garbage, though. Those are not even...
I don't understand why the fuck they're not in the garbage. Or even where they are, for that matter.
That means by Optimus Razor, they're in the house somewhere. Okay? That means they're in the house somewhere. You were picking up stuff yesterday too, weren't you?
Yeah, but if I picked up any junk, they would have went in the garbage. It would have been in the garbage with the other.
But they're not.
So, I don't know what happened to them then. I have no idea.
You'll figure it out. I gotta get a show started, and I'm really running behind. It's been running the whole time. Right now, there's actually currently 15 people watching us argue.
Yeah, because Michelle puts herself with mine.
Because my show is supposed to start at 7 o'clock, Ed. Now, since my show is supposed to start at 7 o'clock, you already know that. Whatever. All right. No, Rusty's not gonna be driven away right now. He's just came in from outside. Who's he talking to? I don't know. Hold on, trolling. Let me calm down a little bit, okay? All right, so here's what I did today. Okay, no, I got no nap out of the deal because my landlord wanted me to go fix the water heater system in Stockbridge at the Three Sisters. I got that done. Turned out that the last guy who wired it apparently is colorblind, can't tell the difference between white and green. Basically, hooked up the water heater incorrectly and didn't make a good connection with the wire nut. And so, no, he's not. And no, neither is Rusty a victim of violence, although I admit he doesn't like it very much when we argue. I thought maybe they could have been placed somewhere else. In other words, Ed has a habit of moving things around and forgetting where he put shit. Patty had the same identical problem. Couldn't figure out where anything was. Well, I need to bring you somewhere, she says. Oh, yeah, right. Where'd you put him last time? I don't know where I put him. Well, what do you know where you put him? And I look in the closet and I'll find like about 15 million things from about 5 years ago in the closet. Going, what is all this stuff here? Oh, well, that's stuff I was looking for. It's sitting right in front of you, lady. Come on, give me a break. Yeah, well, okay. Let me explain one thing. Right now, and Ed has even said this. He's concerned about his legs. Okay, here's a good chance he's going to be going for inpatient health care. More than likely, he's going to be at least in hospice for a couple of weeks. Given the fact that this healthcare issue should have been taken care of years ago, he declined to get treatment done. Because of the poor circulation caused by high blood pressure, he probably's got a lot of blown out capillaries in his legs. He's lucky if he don't lose his legs. Don't worry about that. I bet damn well he's probably going to go come back to me in a couple of days and say, I found the discs. Great for you. Now give me back the other 5. Well, my character, Vanya on Westfall, is a warrior. She's an arms warrior. And she smashes skulls. If he goes to a hospice, you should move and not tell him the address. That's not even the issue here. Just, I don't even know what Ed's watching. But anyway. Well, so anyway, yeah, I just can tell you right now that he's concerned about his legs. But the problem is I'll be honest, is that he had problems with these legs for years. He never got them serviced. He never had the doctors look at them. Doctors that did look at him about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, told him what treatments he had to do. He never followed up with them to get the treatments, claiming it was too much of an aggravation. He's lucky if he doesn't have to have his legs amputated. And that's the reality, because it got deteriorated. They have badly deteriorated.
Because if it comes to that, I'll just die.
Oh, no. Who are you talking to?
I said, if it comes to they want to cut my legs off, they can forget it because I'll just die.
Why don't you get on the show and we can talk about it? No, forget it. Yeah, I know. If we end up doing that as a double amputee, he's going to basically have to live in a first floor apartment with wheelchair access. And this apartment is definitely going to be out of his range. All right, because there's not even a lift here. There's no elevator here. There's no way he can get upstairs. If it comes to that. I hope it don't, but, I don't know. Yeah, but he doesn't want to be on the show. See, he doesn't want to be on the show. The problem is yeah, he does want to be on the show. I would be rightfully upset. Yes, I would be very upset. And I think he would be even more so because it's kind of like realizing that he could have prevented that from happening if he had taken action sooner, like his doctors told him to do. Probably grow more like crabgrass. And the next thing you know, someone's going to grab a roundup and try to knock me flat again. Well, I'm sure the doctors are going to say the same thing, but then they're going to also realize that's why I said they may put him in a hospice. He needs a place that can get the kind of care to get in and out of the tub. My tub is not designed for him to get in and out of. Okay, it's good for me because I have upper arm strength to get in and out. He can't do that. Okay, so what is he going to do? I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do, okay? I mean, it's bad enough that like I said, I did him a favor. I packaged a couple of discs. I found a couple of his CDs laying in my CD case. I gave him his discs. Instead of saying where did these come from? He could have asked me, he said, Michelle, I recognize this disc, but I don't these few discs in the sleeve, but I don't recognize these. Where did these come from? And I would have told him. Those are the discs that I found that I gave you. They were blank. But he said he never got the discs. And I gave him the exact same discs that I originally packaged for him. In the same identical sleeves. Ugh. What a shame I have to argue over something as simple as a set of DVDs. And I'm not going to take bullshit tonight for phone calls. Capiche? I didn't even want to come out here because I'm not even feeling well. But I'm here because I said I would be. I don't know if it's a good night anything. I'm talking about the comments and okay. Now, thank you, Tiger Kitty. Much appreciated. Yes, thank you. One leg, not both. Go ahead, caller, you're in the air.
Hey, how you doing, Michelle?
I'm doing right. How are you? Who is this?
This is Lewis. I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
You know, what was the argument earlier about the burned DVDs? Was Ed burning child pornography onto those DVDs again?
No, they were just blank DVD minus R's. I gave him some brand new ones.
And he filled them with child pornography because he's a sick man.
No!
Right?
Get out of here. Alright, first of all, no, it's not the case at all. He's got infection in his legs, but that's not the kind of sick you're talking about. No, he said they do not hurt, so that's potentially a good sign. I haven't even checked to see from him if they're still draining or not, and I don't know. How you doing, JoJo? Hold on a minute. Let me... One more. Yes. Hello? Alright, let's... JoJo, let me get you on the computer here. Oh, I didn't even copy the link. Oh, for God's sakes. Alright, I'll copy it for you manually. Oh, I don't know. Just, let me get the link up here. Speak. Speak. Goodbye. Alright. Oh, come on. Don't. Alright. So. Speak.
Hello, Michelle.
Yeah.
This is the Fire King speaking.
Yeah.
Our battle very,
Our battle will be legendary. If I win, there will be summer the entire year. Snow will be gone. Prepare yourself, Snow Queen. We shall battle to determine the fate of the demon.
Right now, whoever's in charge of spring apparently is getting his act together, finally.
It was the Spring King, but I killed him. And now it's just you and me left. If you do not accept my duel, I will burn off else.
You also have to deal with Tanaya Voskov, and you have to also deal with Friedrich Semison. That's 3 of us.
As Snow Queen, you are my mortal enemy. The Fire King shall win. Get ready. I'm using my fire phone to call you. You can already feel the heat burning up. Can you not?
Okay.
There will be eternal summer if I win this duel.
Alright, thank you. Alright. Yes, Tiger Kitty, I am frazzled. What does he use the DVDs for? Well, he likes to record YouTube videos on discs, so he can make mixed discs with videos on them. Okay, because he likes to have music on his DVDs, so he can listen to music. So in other words, he copies the videos from YouTube and he downloads them, and then he makes mixed discs. It's not going to be. Go ahead.
Hey, Michelle. Wow, so the Fire King seems like he's pretty mad at you. What'd you do to him?
Nothing. What do you have to Noodles?
I'm not Noodles, it's Brian K. What are you up to?
You're not Brian K.
Yes, it's Brian K. What do you mean?
It's not Brian K. either. I know who Brian K. sounds like.
Okay. Are you feeling okay, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just kind of cold and, not quite feeling top of my game right now, but I'm trying to keep a show going, even though I really rather us just lay down because I got a little bit of a headache coming on.
What do you even store on those discs, anyway?
Well, I just told the group that it makes mixed discs for the YouTube videos of bands and things. DVDs of bands.
Oh, yeah.
With the music videos and everything.
So he stores, instead of just watching the YouTube video, he stores them on a disc? That seems a bit weird.
That's what he does. He just downloads them and then burns them on the discs.
So what's the deal with you and this duel going on with the Fire King? That last score, the Fire King, he said that he was...
I'm not dueling with anybody.
Well, no, not today, but I mean at some point. Surely you'll have to, because he said he was going to make it summer for an entire year.
No, he won't.
That's what he was saying on that
No,
call.
he won't. I will tell you that right now. This is not Arizona.
I think that you should put him in your place. Maybe it's been a while since you've done a demonstration of your powers. Maybe you ought to remind him why exactly you are the Snow Queen.
My season ended on the 20th of March for the year.
Well, surely there's something you can do.
Not really. Not at this point. For the other 9 months of the year, I'm just pretty much an everyday person.
But how do you cool your pizza throughout the year?
Well, that's pretty limited power, but yeah, I do cool pizzas.
Well, you should show him, what he's dealing with. Maybe you can do an
is answering some questions in chat. It's not my season, so summer is not under my control right now. A couple years ago, at Mother Gosden's request, I did do summer for a little while. And most people didn't really complain because it was cool. Because I didn't get it too cool. I just kept it like in the 70s or about 23, 25 degrees tops.
Very cool, very cool. But maybe you can do an on-air presentation of cooling the pizza to show this Fire King that you're not intimidated by him. You're not afraid of him.
Yes, he did pick up the trash, but I don't know. I don't know where the discs went because they were on the DVD burner, and I mean, I tried to give him a nice little treat, along with him checking the other discs, and the discs that he threw out were not the discs I gave him. And I was like, frustrated me about a lot.
How many discs are we talking about?
I put all my band work on tapes and CDs. Now, I don't know. The thing about putting music in the DVDs is it doesn't have it set up to skip between tracks. I think that would have taken too long. He makes 5 to 10 hour DVDs of music.
How many hours have you slept in the past 48 hours?
I slept about 8 of them tops. I mean, not 48 hours, but a little more than that, because more like I slept about 8 hours and 24 hours.
But I mean, if you're already doing this, why not just be a long-term streamer? You know, why not just set your camera up, just let it roll all day long?
Because there are things that I don't want people to videotape. Okay?
Like what?
Well, everybody has personal things in life they do. Not everybody wants to be on camera all day long.
But I know most people are on camera all day long.
And I'm not gonna.
Anytime you go into public, you're on camera.
And I'm not gonna sit there and edit a 24-hour-long video.
Oh, you don't have to. It's a live stream, the show.
Oh, YouTube, you better.
It'd be live to tape. You don't have to edit that.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that doesn't work that way. Okay.
Live to tape just means that you just tape it like it's live. That's all that means.
It's not really going to make that much money. In fact, there's likely more YouTube would do a termination takedown, if anything. They don't want people doing that on a regular basis.
But how long have you worried about something like that happening? You think that if it was going to happen, it would have already?
It's a McDonald's napkin, not Wendy's.
Did you get the McDonald's app yet?
That's where I ended up getting some of these napkins from McDonald's. I saved them and put them in my purse. When they gave me so many extras, I figured I could use them, and that's what I'm doing right now.
What are you using them for? Blowing your nose, or?
Yeah, well,
liquid and snot. But Michelle, I am serious about this. I don't think that you should let either Ed or the Fire King push you around. And if you need to, you should show them why you are the one that was appointed by Mother Asna and Father Yahweh.
First of all, let me talk about one thing, okay? First of all, I am physically and emotionally exhausted. I'm trying to just keep my show alive. I'm trying to keep myself from basically drowning in desperation. I'm a very quiet person in real life. Let me finish. Okay, I'm trying to explain something. Normally, I'm a quiet person. They don't usually go out much, okay? I do a show for a few hours a day, and then I close the door and say, leave me alone. Because that's when I get a chance to sleep, look things up, doing personal projects or something like that I don't necessarily want to make into a big production. Sometimes drop a few videos here and there. That's it. That's all I do. And But with Ed, I have to basically keep after him. The house looks like a garbage pit. I know he's trying to clean as best he can, but I know that it's physically hard for him to do it. But I really.
Michelle, at what point do you say this is out of my capability? Though, because of Ed one thing I've noticed since he's living there is that your sleep cycle is completely fucked. You seem as though you don't have happy days, and that it's just a constant melodrama. And it's like, at what point do you say you can't do this, and you genuinely make an effort to have you and Ed separate? Because I'm sorry, but this isn't your responsibility. I know that you've been very generous and helpful with him, but this isn't your responsibility to take care of Ed. And on top of it, the extra workload that you're taking on by having that man there is causing you to have your health deteriorate faster than it would normally, a lot faster, might I add, because not only are you taking care of yourself and Rusty, but you're also having to take care of Ed. And it's something that, at what point do you say, enough is enough, I can't do this anymore, Ed has to go live in an assisted living facility or something of the sort? Because if you keep doing this, if you take on this responsibility, you're going to have an accident or something that's going to happen at some point. You say Ed can't even get around. You're talking about him losing his legs, potentially. What then? What would you do then?
I don't know. Okay, I like right now, as I said, we don't know if he's going to end up in hospice or not. We don't know.
Well, you keep saying hospice. Where did this even come up? Hospice is an end-of-life care. It's not something. It's not a rehabilitation. It's when you have a terminal illness or something that you're going to die, they place you on hospice, which is designed to make you comfortable through that process, more or less.
Right. Well, at least if they're not going to put him in the hospital, they're going to put him in a long care facility or medium care facility. Because I got a feeling he's going to need
out into a nursing home. That's what I'm hearing.
He needs a lot of work. He is.
Well, I know, Michelle. That's what I'm saying. This is too much for you to handle.
He's a house. He's like a house that basically is all weathered and beat up. You're going to have to rip off the siding and get down to the studs and install new electrical, new gas lines, new heating system, new air conditioning. That's what it looks like. It looks like a house that has been weathered, beat up from the elements. It's hospital, hospice, convalescent home. I have no idea where he's going.
Well, when does he go there?
We won't know until we see the doctor on the 9th. I know he's nervous about it.
Do you think that, can I give you a possibility? What if he doesn't go? What if he just chickens out and says, I don't want to know what's going on?
Well, if he had caught it sooner, he probably wouldn't be in this bad of condition.
If he, what exactly does he have going on with him, though? I've never really heard any sort of
because high blood pressure. Because high blood pressure, he's got poor circulation legs. Probably because high blood pressure blew up all the capillaries in his skin, in his legs.
So he has congestive heart failure.
So he's got some blood flow down there, but it's not good enough to maintain all the proper skin color for his legs. The skin is dried out like sandpaper. It cracks open. And then,
that's from the pulmonary edema that he has going on as well. This is that. Does Ed, when he coughs, does he have a productive cough?
I don't know I don't know about him playing golf, but
no, not golf. Cough. When he's coughing, when he coughs, is it productive?
He doesn't cough that much.
Okay. Well,
he's not much into coughing. He's not coughing. He says the legs do not hurt, but
the legs don't hurt. Is he diabetic by chance?
I don't know. That's something he doesn't know either. God. He hasn't had his blood sugar test or gone see his doctor in years.
Oh, shit. He might be diabetic, and if that's the case,
he definitely has got something going on, because the fact is that he's got gout pretty bad.
I'm saying, Michelle, I hope to God that he does go, and I hope to God that he gets the help that he needs, because this is literally killing you. Whether you realize it or not, it's killing you right now. Taking on this sort of responsibility and workload is too much for
that's the nature of a Virgo. That's what we do. The problem is that you're right.
I mean, that's what I mean. At a certain point, you kind of just have to admit defeat in a way and just say, this is more than I can handle. This is more than I'm capable of doing myself. I mean, he's not bathing, and you say that he has an infection going on. You know this. That's not good. You know that.
ER is closed for today at 9 o'clock. Okay.
The ER?
He doesn't need to go to the ER. What he needs to do is make sure he goes to his doctor at the appointment that he set on the 9th of March.
Well, can I ask you, what if he doesn't go? What you said he's scared. What if he chickens out? Then what? That's kind of what I'm asking, more or less.
Let's put it this way. If he doesn't do it, then he's not going to be able to blame anyone but himself if he ends up in the box, okay? I mean, that's just that reality.
Well, I know, but is he going to pull you down with him throughout that process? Because you yourself said that that's your nature. So if he's going to deteriorate, your workload's only going to get that much harder. And you're already struggling now, you said.
Yeah. Part of me looks like hell. I feel like hell emotionally. Never mind the cold. It makes me feel like hell physically. You know?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Michelle. I just think that you, as much as you have that urge to help him, you need to help yourself. You need to think of, okay, this is something that I can't handle. This is something that's rather serious. And that something needs to be done that's significant.
I told Ed this already. He knows how I feel about the matter.
Well, no.
I kept telling him, you gotta go in and get yourself a service. This is nuts, Ed. Over and over again, your health keeps going down the shitter. Last year, during the summer, I took care of him in bed for 4 months.
He didn't leave bed for 4 months?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Michelle, this is too much for you, dear. Are you kidding me? Holy crap.
Finally, he was able to get out of bed, and he went down, he called the meat wagon to go to the hospital. They put him in a rest home for a short time to recover. And then, of course, they didn't want to stay there, so we basically left the nursing home.
That's what I mean, Michelle. What are you going to do if he does that again? Like, this is getting more... I can't believe that for 4 months you nursed this man. Like, you deserve an award for that, in my opinion. You deserve an award. That is no easy undertaking.
As far as the ER, let me explain this to you, JoJo. The ER is Winston is a walk-in clinic ER for basic care. If they have to, they will send you to Charlotte, Hungerford, and Torrington, which is so backlogged with patients right now that by the time you sit in the ER in the gurney, it'll take you hours to be seen by a doctor. I know. I was there with my knee injury.
But that's still sooner than when he has his appointment.
Yeah, well, this is very sad.
It is sad, but Michelle, you don't want to be pulled down with him. Like, you need to set some boundaries. There has to be something that you can do for yourself, because I'm afraid that he's going to have a repeat of what you said happened earlier, where they sent him to a rest home, and he stays there for a couple days, and then decides he doesn't want to be there, checks himself out, and then you're at square one, essentially having to set up a hospital in your apartment, and you're not capable. You don't have the strength to do that kind of stuff. You shouldn't have to do that kind of stuff. That's what I mean. You say oh, if Ed ends up in a box, it's his own fault. But what if he pulls you down with him? That's my concern. Is that you're going to have
It's not
two
okay. Let me
fatalities.
answer a question here. It's not pus in the sense of pus. It's clear. It's not.
That's lymph. That's called lymph.
I don't think it's pus. I think it's just lymph. I don't think it's pus. Pus usually indicates that there's an infection if it's yellow or dark, dingy brownish red.
It's white blood cells, yeah, but lymph is just lymph.
But it's still not a good sign. Okay, I mean, it's if your skin is cracking open and it's not actually keeping the fluids inside. What happens if you crack an artery open and next thing you know you bleed to death?
His skin's cracking open because he has so much interstitial fluid that is built up because his heart's not pumping strong enough to pull that up from the leg. And see, since he's always sitting or he's always in a seated position, he's not getting good circulation to it. So it's going to
and like Tiger Kitty said, given his high blood pressure and the fact that he has gout, he could have actually damaged his kidneys because of the high blood pressure. Now he has kidney disease onset because of the high blood pressure, which is also very possible.
This is too much for you to handle. You need to seriously think about yourself some. I understand your urge to want to help him, but there has to be some boundaries made because this is going to result in you getting sick yourself. I mean, you have a cold now because you run around.
He has a doctor's appointment. He has a doctor's appointment on the 9th. Okay,
I know.
I'm having him talk to me about it. Let me know if it's doing any better or worse. He says it's stable. It's not changing, which is good, I guess.
It's not. That's not good.
But yeah, here's the part.
You have to help him around.
Here's the part of the situation that really makes it hard for me. When I gave him those brand new DVDs, I gave him those DVDs as a friend, as a gift. And he said that he tested discs, and they were in white sleeves, and he said they were no good. But I looked at the discs that he threw out, and they were not the discs I gave him. I said, where did you put those? He says, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
Well, that's nothing new. That's just from toxic encephalopathy from all the years of drinking.
But then he blames me for saying that the discs I gave him were old crappy discs when they were brand new ones that I bought.
But Michelle, that's kind of a moot point. I mean, we're talking about discs over you having to literally care. You'll have to do everything for Ed.
Yes,
he won't be able to get around. Well, I understand that, Michelle, but you're kind of ignoring my concern. It's not about him going to the doctor on the 9th. It's what if he has a repeat, or like he did last time when he went to a rest home. He checks himself out.
I told him that. I said, listen, I do not want to have another 4-month stay worrying about you being bedridden for 4 months. That was enough. You know what sets it off. I don't know why you don't change your life and quit the alcohol and try to get yourself active and move around a little more.
Because if he has you, that's the reason why he's not going to change that. You get him the alcohol. You know, if he's having all these problems, he probably isn't. He's at least had an acute.
Well, all I know is this: when he's in a hospice, he's not going to get any alcohol from me. Okay. And the nurses are probably more likely than the doctor going to go out there with a kettle prod and tell him, get your ass up, move. Because they know better than let him sit there like a giant disabled turd on the plate doing nothing, going, I'm just going to make some DVDs today. I actually asked him, I said, let's go out for a walk. No, I don't want to go out for a walk. It's too cold. Okay, it's cool, but it's not freezing. Like, really? I mean, what happened to the man I knew? He used to do more than this. What the hell happened to the man I knew?
I don't know, Michelle, I have to get off here. Either way, please keep yourself in mind because you shouldn't allow this man's death essentially to...
What?
You talk about how I don't do anything. You don't do anything extra either. So stop throwing that at me.
Excuse me? I walk outside. Yes, I do.
Outside. So what? You're on the radio station the rest of the time. You do that. So what?
Yeah, wait a minute. There's a difference. I'm the one who...
Stan said that you don't do nothing, and why you always talk about me, because you don't do that much extra than I do. And right now, I can't even walk that good. I'm so freaking stiff. That's part of it. My whole body. So I have a reason.
Yeah, well, I still am moving around. I still go to CVS. I still go to Cumberland Farms. I still go to McDonald's.
Well, I'm going to talk about you. You sleep.
Ask Ed if he's willing to fight the Fire King.
That's all you do.
He's saying that I sleep most of the time? Let me explain one thing. I get up at 8 in the morning. Okay? I'm up from 8 a.m. to about 3 o'clock. Then if I can, I get like 3 to 4 hours sleep. Then I do a night show at 7 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock to about 9, 10, 11, and then I go back to bed at 12 midnight. I don't go to sleep right away because obviously I have some things to do before I wrap up for night. By the time 4 in the morning comes is when I finally crawl up and sleep. That's really it. That's all I get. It's about 4 hours per block of 2 blocks.
I'm not really sure what that is, but Michelle, would Ed be maybe able to do something about the Fire King, though? Would that be... I'm quite concerned about that.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, Michelle, I'm gonna hop off here. I just think that you need to take some time and do some serious thinking about possibly moving when he's away, so that you can not have this responsibility of this man trying to kill you.
Hay says Ed is blind, autistic, has severe physical and mental problems, and still does better than working people that I know. First of all, I'm registered blind. I'm not totally blind. Yes, I do have anxiety issues. But I'm dedicated to what I do. That's why I do what I can.
All right, take care, Michelle. Hang in there, and certainly think about moving away when Ed is in the hospital next time. So you'll have a window to do that. You won't have to worry about it. You can get an address that he doesn't know where you live.
All right, let's stop with reality for a minute.
Okay.
The likeliness of moving away is very unlikely due to the fact that we don't have the money for it. Okay. Number 2, it does not happen that fast. When you have bad eyesight, you're depending on people to show you places, and especially if you're thinking about moving out of state. You're going to have to see the apartments out of state, or you're going to have to go on a virtual tour. And then you have to fill out applications, and you have to put on deposits.
Well, then, Michelle, can't you just call Adult Protective Services if he is not able to care for himself? You can't do this. That's the bottom line. That's all I'm trying to say. You can't do this. If you do try to do this,
but Protective Services, well, he's not even married to me.
No, Adult Protective Services isn't for marriage. It's for people that are adults that can't care for themselves but think that they can.
Right. Well, I'm sure his doctors are going to do something, because I don't know what they're going to do. I mean...
Possibly. But the thing is Ed is going to just leave. He's not going to do that. You know that as well as I do. That's Ed's MO, is to... When he doesn't have something that he doesn't want to do, he doesn't do it.
Oh, right now looking at the comments here. No, guys, I'm not doing anything violent to anybody. Sorry, I'm not doing Amber Heard. I'm not doing Lorena Bobbitt either.
I'm not saying that you should do that, but I'm just saying you should contact the city or whatever government agency is handling this kind of thing, because you can't handle this. There's no way that you can take on a man that doesn't have any legs living on the 3rd floor of a building, and you yourself are 57, 58 years old. You can't handle this. That's too much. It's going to kill you. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Ed is 63. I am 54.
Okay, 54. Either
Don't
way,
make me sound older than I am, okay?
Oh, Michelle, I didn't mean it like that, love. I just meant that you're not a spring chicken. This would be a hard gig for a young man or a young woman. But this at your age it's an impossibility.
Yeah, Ed needs to get into a managed care facility. Absolutely, I agree. I think the doctors are going to put him there. But if they could put him in
if he chooses to not stay, though, that's the thing. Well, he might not have legs, so at least he won't be able to walk himself out.
I don't know what they're going to do, okay? I mean, if he's lucky, he could be an outpatient, but don't count on it.
They don't do amputations for outpatient. He's going to have an amputation. Boy, his legs hurt, so they don't hurt at all.
I don't know if he's going to have an amputation, but I mean, it's theoretically possible.
I mean, if they're infected, they're not hurting, he doesn't know if he has diabetes, and he is an alcoholic, so he's at risk for that. He has high blood pressure, so he has CHF, definitely. That's why he's got the edema, the swelling in the leg. He's going to have his legs amputated. I've seen this 1,000 times myself. 1,000 times. People, when they hear that they're going to have their legs removed, when it's someone like Ed, they always react the same way, of shock, as though that this is something that just happened, like you had a car accident or something and your legs just got chopped off. And they always act as though they had no idea.
Well, I don't want to see that happen to Ed, but seriously.
Well, I understand, but you have to cut the legs off to save the rest
His
of the body.
doctors told him to fix it years ago. He wouldn't do it then. Okay. So, it's his fault because he could have treated it back in the 90s and he probably would have been fine. But instead, he waited this long. Even if best case scenario, they're going to have to take skin from another part of his body. He's going to do skin grafts, and that's going to take him a while. And depending on how Medicare feels, given the fact that he is 63 years old, they might say no to the skin grafts.
Well, I'm not too sure on that. I highly doubt that they're going to do skin grafts on him. He's probably going to have his legs amputated. Like I said, Michelle, I've had many patients over the years that have had their legs amputated. And I had a gal that she was a very heavy-set woman. She was probably in her mid-50s, if I remember right. And she had one of her legs, I kid you not, was hanging on by the smallest of threads, her foot. It was angulated. She had very, very thick legs because of all the swelling from the edema, similar to what you're talking about with Ed. And it was hanging on by a thread. And I mean, it was literally rotting off of her body. And I said, why don't you have this amputated? And she says, I have high heel shoes that I just bought and I want to wear. So she was in denial as much as Ed is in denial and as much as you're in denial.
I strongly doubt Ed wants people to see pictures of his legs, even his friends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not going to do skin grafts.
Remember what happened when I sent Rachel a picture of my privates? How many people saw that weren't even supposed to see those?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about that. I'm not saying like a picture of it for morbid reasons, but it's just like when you see that, you see the severity of it and how messed up his legs are, and then he's in denial, and I think that you're in denial, and that's perfectly normal. Like I say,
no, he's not. Oh, first of all, he's not in denial because he's even growing concerned himself. I think he realizes deep down that he even said so. He realizes that he didn't take care of it in time.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, if you're thinking they're going to do skin grafts for skin that's rotting off, I mean, the skin is only the surface. It's not.
On here.
Anyway, I have to go. I love talking with you.
All right. What are you doing, Tiger
maybe
Kitty?
Feed Rusty Ed's nasty legs once I get him chopped off of him. All right.
All right.
Brian, can I ask you something?
Thank you for calling.
Right, and it's not just Michelle that's told me this. Krista's also saying that he's got a smell coming off of him that's really bad. Could that be gangrene?
I don't think it's mainly from the leg, though. But you know, I wouldn't say it's not possibly some of it from the leg. But seriously,
But yeah, but Brian would know.
he's deteriorating. Okay, we already know that.
Alright,
He knows
but-
that.
I mean, I always thought gangrene was smelly, so that's why I'm worried he's got gangrene.
Well, gangrene. First of all, gangrene is actually not exactly impossible, but it's asepsis, and it's usually caused by a lack of oxygen to the, skin that would cause it to break down from the inside. Depending on the severity of it, it could be fixed by putting a person into a hyperbaric pressure chamber, which is the most successful way. But
I just wonder if Brian knew, because Brian, he's got knowledge in these areas.
Hold on a minute. Go ahead. Hello. I mean, like I said, I'm sorry you guys had to hear me yelling at Ed. I mean, I know the discs weren't that expensive. I mean, hello. But the reason I got so upset was because the fact is I did him a favor and I found some discs that were laying over here that I didn't know where they were. I knew they weren't mine. And I gave him 3 of those discs that he had. And the discs that he threw out were not the discs I gave him. And he doesn't know where they are.
Michelle, calm down. You seem very upset.
Yeah, I'm just coming back to chat here.
All right, take some deep breaths. How hot has he got the apartment? You look very hot as well.
Oh, the apartment's not too bad right now. But I got the fan on anyway. Let's see, the stream is giving me the disco piss look. God. Who's on my internet using up all my bits? Oh, and I'm not going to argue about that. Anyway, the thing is that, I try to have a good show. And yet, I've already explained to a lot of people, you gotta admit that a person who throws this much time and energy into something, they deserve, acknowledgement for their effort, whatever it is. And while many people do appreciate my work,
what Michelle's trying to say is her tips are down, very much so down.
Yeah, we get like $10 so far this month, and I don't even know why. I know the economy sucks. There's no doubt about that. I got a feeling there's something else going on that no one's talking about. Memberships are down. Tips are down. I'll let you explain the rest of it.
Well, Michelle has a hard time because she doesn't get paid. If she doesn't get a certain amount of tips, which therefore meant she couldn't get paid this month. So
right, I have to have $100 minimum to get paid this month, and I didn't make it.
So all of the streams she's done,
and I didn't make the $100, so I'm not going to get paid on the 21st of May. I might get paid on the 21st of June.
Michelle, good thinking as well there, Dabs. A lot of people do not get paid until Friday, Michelle.
Well, Silver Chats can be paid anytime. Silver Stickers can be paid anytime. You don't have to put money right on the show's live. You can send a super sticker as well on the stream, on the replays.
Yes. No, I think you missed. understood. What I'm saying, or Dad is saying, is a lot of people don't get paid till Friday, so they haven't got the money to put on your super chat yet.
All right. Well, a minute. Go ahead. Hello. Unfortunately, the cycle already expired, guys.
It's all right, Michelle. If
Let
they
me
don't
show.
want to talk, they don't
Let me
have to
show you how
talk.
this works, just so you understand. I can know some of this, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. Just give me a second. I gotta get this link up, okay? All right, let me load this up. We're gonna go to the analytics page first.
No, Michelle,
Hold on a minute.
Do you not
Hold on,
bore
stop.
people
Let me
with
get
your
to this page,
with
okay?
your pages? That they don't want to see that. This is a night show.
I already told you right now. I have to have $100 a month. If I don't get $100, whatever the balance is rolls over to the next month until it hits $100, and then I get paid. The problem is the donations are not coming in, except for the two that I got from you, and it's not going to be enough because those are going to be
this ship alight.
Those are the ones that come through on June 21st, as long as we have $100 credit. Otherwise, I don't get paid then either. Does anybody understand what that means? I mean, how frustrating that is. It is absolutely heartbreaking.
Michelle does a show every day.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to get you the link. I want people to see this. I want you to explain it to them, okay?
They know.
I'm tired of I'm tired of preaching to the choir. I want the choir to preach now. Here we go. Now, I want you to explain this to the audience. If you can read it, if the text is legible to you.
They all understand what we just went through, and you've gone through this twice this week, so I don't think you should be doing this at this time. They understand that if you don't get $100, then you cannot access your money. It can't be accessed. And
so you understand now, as you can see, and showing the numbers right in the screen there, how much that actually hurts.
It's right, Gabs. How many times have we seen it? Michelle, we don't need to see your thing like that. Don't worry about that. Okay, I did market research, and you didn't do anything on the market research.
I did do some market research.
No, I gave you the market research, and you had loads of suggestions. Plus, in the support group, you had loads of suggestions. I'll be honest, you haven't done one.
So are you saying is people are protesting, and that's why they won't help out? It's because they don't think I'm doing enough?
That's a hard way to put it, but no, I wouldn't say that. But people gave ideas for what would make them more likely to tip. And I gave all those ideas to you, and you haven't done any of them. You know, you have to please your audience. And half of your audience are tight. I can't help that.
Honey, if I can get 200 next month, I'd be fucking lucky. I don't see that happening, guys. The trends are not showing that. Okay? I'm really not seeing that. Patreons, PayPal will get paid almost immediately to me, which is great. Of course, I do know that doesn't actually show up as Super Chat. Patreon doesn't have a limit like that. Patreon basically says any patrons you get paid on the 6th of the month. regardless how many patrons you have.
Well, did you just stand up to Ed? Somebody said that's worth money. Well, she just did. Donate then. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Super Chat button.
Yes, I agree.
There's also that, yeah, I mean, it's true. It's very awkward to ask for money without sounding like e-begging, but I certainly don't think Michelle's e-begging. She has a show, 6 days a week in the morning for 2 hours, plus she has 2 night shows.
You come in, you take it.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah, I wanted to know, is this the lady that's always getting tired? Are you tired, lady?
No.
Well, I'm tired of all your complaining. Knock that shit off.
Michelle, stop
No
playing
more
spring.
complaints. You
I
hear?
do wish
I don't think people really understand just exactly what I'm feeling inside right now.
I don't think you really understand. I've been watching you complain the last 2 hours about money and callers and your show and Edward Michno. All you do is complain, complain, complain. Why don't you do something for us, the viewers, once instead of complain?
I do more than complain, mister. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah? What do you do?
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of other things in my life,
you
too.
do more than complain. I bet you don't even know what you do. What do you do?
Have a nice day. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to tolerate somebody accusing me of doing something or not doing something without even at least giving me an ear. And I've already explained my side. Don't you guys have any empathy at all? Anybody?
I do.
Can I call you after the show? Because I want you to talk to Ed and me in private.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to call you on the snow phone or the regular phone.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Guys, please help Michelle.
I don't even know why we had a night show tonight. It doesn't seem very entertaining.
Wow.
Doesn't seem entertaining at all.
Well, you are in a bit of a mood, Michelle, and that's honestly,
Yeah.
And
see,
sort of rubs. Yeah.
I mean, people, I was going to take a nap about 3 o'clock, get 4 hours sleep, and my landlord had to have me go to Stockbridge to take a look at the wiring on a water heater, which I took care of. And then I came back here, and because I already had a cold, I went to lay down for a little bit. And the next thing you know it, I couldn't sleep. So I ended up basically just watching the videos. And then, of course, as I'm watching videos, I realized as I'm watching the second slowly sweep around the dial of my clock and going, oh, fuck, I'm not going to get any sleep at all. I had this night show to do. Everybody wants to have a fun show. And I was willing to give them my best try to do that. And then all of a sudden, Ed says, man, I need blank DVDs. I said, I gave you blank DVDs. I already know a story about that. And then he throws the discs in the garbage. Or at least he says he did. But it turns out that he didn't. Now, I mean, I know what you're going to say. Michelle, there were 10 cents a disc. Or something like that. That's not the point.
So basically, you've been having rows with Ed, and you're taking it out on your audience a little bit.
I don't want to take it out on... I don't want to take it out on my audience.
Very hard to have sympathy for you, Michelle, when everyone's told you how they feel about Ed. But you have decided that this is what you want. one
Well,
way or
even
another.
Rusty knows that I'm trying to do the right thing. Now, I hope to God that Ed finally takes his advice and gets the doctor visit he said he was going to do. I know he's nervous about it. I know he's got concerns about it. But it ain't going to go away by just ignoring it.
Exactly. And that's his problem. This is your night show, so you know we've
Right.
had some great night shows. Let's do night show. You know, doesn't involve Ed.
I mean, I just don't like seeing the man decline like he is doing. And I mean, he used to be much more active than this. He just gave
There's
up.
nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about that. Absolutely nothing.
I mean, all he's doing is sitting there watching YouTube videos.
Well, that's his problem.
Sorry, I don't hurt people. I certainly wouldn't do that. That would be assault in the first degree. Thank you very much. I'm not going to go to Niantic for anybody. All right? Which is a woman's penitentiary prison here in the state of Connecticut. Not going to happen. So, I'm sorry this night's show was a washout.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a washout. I mean, you've got a cold as well. That's not helping, is it? You know what you could have done, Michelle? You could
No,
have
it's not.
left a message. You could have left a message and said,
Rusty's
"I
like
won't
right
be
next
doing
to
a
me.
night. I won't be doing a night show because I'm not well tonight." Nobody
If
would
I
have
didn't do
cared.
the
That would
night
have been
show, people would be upset. And I mean, that's an example of what I call my dedication to what I do. Go ahead. Whatever.
I find that funny.
Sorry, I'm a hermaphrodite intersex. But yeah, I do get something similar to PMS. Thank you very much. And you know what? It's cold on top of it doesn't make it any better. Judge, you want to come on for a little bit? I wouldn't mind talking to both of you guys. Let's see if we can get both of you on here. I came on the YouTube originally and just did videos, okay? Which are kind of convenient because I did them when I could. I didn't have to worry about the standard hour shift and all that stuff. I would just do the videos. If I got some time at 5 in the morning, I'd do one. If I wanted to do one at 5 in the afternoon, I'd do one. And then I would edit them down and make them look good. And that worked out fine. Then we started seeing streaming as an option, and I went to try the streaming. All of a sudden, now I have to be there, at a certain time, and I'm competing with other streamers for the same time slots. And that's taking a lot of toll on me. I'll never be as good as some of them because I don't have the technical savvy in some of the streams I've seen.
Well,
but at least I try.
Yeah, and these people here want to see you. Everyone has their own people that follow them. But
it's the 9th of March.
Monday. It's Monday.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because, yes, I believe so. Paul's here. Let's get him on here.
Hey,
Paul, how you doing?
There's Paul.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, Monday
Greetings.
sounds right. Oh, I'm not having. I'm only gonna. I only gonna have JoJo, and I don't want to deal with Ranch right now. Okay. Okay. How you doing, JoJo?
Hey, JoJo. How's it going?
Hello, darlings. Well, I'm in bed, but I'll come up.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Let me.
I've got clothes on. I've got my pajamas on.
For sure. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Let me pull up the information.
How are you, darlings?
Good. Sometimes I don't.
Yes, May 9th
good.
is its appointment.
So good.
Yeah, that's it. My kind of girl.
Yes, May 9th is its appointment, which is on a
I was
Monday.
going to say, Michelle, you haven't done a washout. Don't beat yourself up. You're all right.
I think Michelle just needs maybe a day or two off. She just take a day or two to herself.
Yeah.
She's always streaming. She's like forcing herself to stream. She doesn't have anything to talk about.
And
take a break.
She's got a cold as well. You can hear it.
Yeah, just take a break or two.
Yeah.
Take a day or two off.
Yeah.
Would someone please tell Yam Branch to stop this bullshit?
And I'll get a lot of crowd in, but just take a break, Mish. You'll be all right.
Burning the candle at both ends, you know?
I'll look after Yam Ranch. He hasn't bothered. He's been up the last 4 times, and he's been.
Just let him on so he stops beeping, Michelle. He's not gonna say anything crazy. Just let Yam on.
I know you're here for me trolling. I know that. I didn't see anyone was not here for me.
Exactly. Think of the positive.
I'm just pointing out is that I've been busting my tail to make this channel better.
But Michelle, you haven't though. You really haven't though, Michelle. And I'm gonna be honest with you. We tell you to change your background. You still use the same old backgrounds. We tell you, how to improve your channel. You just don't do it though. You never listen. You don't do it. You're doing the same thing over and over again. It's like watching the same television show, the same episode every single day, day in and day out, basically.
No, it's not the same episode.
Different.
You know
it
that.
It is, Michelle. It's the same thing. You come on, you talk.
Well, hang on a minute. When I go live,
on.
I've got my red curtains. My red curtains are great, mate.
You got red curtains?
Money taken. Go on, carry on.
Are you talking about actual curtains, or is that a reference to
No, real curtains. I'm not sophisticated. I ain't got no green screen or nothing. It's my red curtains.
Oh no, I don't have a green screen.
Yeah, but Michelle, people told you, like Tiger Kitty said, we've told you what people would donate for. You haven't done a single one of those things yet.
I gave you a huge list.
You haven't done a single thing to change
Hold
the
on
channel.
a minute. Hold on a minute. What?
Because of all the goddamn arguing we were doing over the disc, you put short play on his
I know you guys are really there for her and trying to help. Yeah, I know.
It stopped on. It went to short play because we didn't set it for the right playing time.
You can still change it to the right time. Just change the taste. Change the tape speed by pressing the button tape speed. You can still change it even when you've already recorded. It doesn't matter. Press tape speed when you're not recording.
So I can still add extra time on today?
Yes, you can.
This man needs to be in some type of home.
Oh God, it's just not healthy.
What?
But again, Michelle, people have told you what you want to donate, what they would donate for, but you just have excuses on why you don't want to do those things. So you can't be mad that you're not getting any donations because people told you what they wanted for you to do to donate, but you have not done a single thing.
It's true.
So don't be mad that
I
people
just
are
got
donating.
$5. Thank you very much, CJSTV. We should support Michelle to improve this channel. At Trolling Revolution, find out whether donation keep up the great show, Michelle. I'll try.
Very nice.
All right, let's try to deal with the phone call. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello, caller, go ahead.
Can I speak with Mitchell or Marie? Is there a Mitchell or Marie there?
Michelle Marie, it's me.
Can I speak with Mitchell, please?
Hold on a minute.
No?
What?
Oh, God.
Press the button that says tape speed. Or disc speed.
Hold on, caller. She's
Right.
dealing with somebody right now. I'll let you know when she's got
You
her
want to go
headphones
to DLP or ELP or SEP.
SLP, yeah, I got it on there.
SCP is the longest, but if you want to go for long play or super long play, that's fine too.
I got that on now. It should start.
All right.
All right. Caller, she's got her ears back on.
Hello, Mitchell, are you there? Is this Mitchell or Marie? Hello?
Yeah.
Am I speaking to a Mitchell?
Hold on a minute.
Mitchell?
What?
Mitchell?
Oh my god.
Well, in that case, put a new disc in and make sure to set it right the first time before.
That's what I mean. You see all the time that I wasted a disc, basically.
It's okay, I bought 100 fucking discs. Set the recording speed next time properly from the beginning.
That's because we were arguing about something.
Well, no, do it right. I bet those
time
other
my
discs
shoes
are now
over
somewhere.
and under or over.
All right.
Michelle, I can't flush this down the toilet.
Excuse me, can you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you now.
Okay, ma'am. I'm with Toys for Tots, and I was wondering if you might have any toy trains or any toy remote control cars for children. We're taking donations for Christmas early this year.
I don't.
Michelle, you've got tons of that laying around your apartment. There's tons of trains.
We came by earlier today, and Edward gave us a bunch of CDs, blank CDs. But the kids here really can't play with those too well. We don't have any sort of computers to load them in. So we're wondering if possibly you could give us some toy trains.
I have nothing to do with that, okay?
Well, again, we have your CDs.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. Okay? Thank
perhaps
you.
Perhaps the children. Oh, she hung up. Maybe they could use them as frisbees, and play with the CDs as frisbees. Or roll them. Maybe roll them at each other.
That's a bit crazy.
There you go, Michelle.
Yeah. Someone tell Yam Ranch to knock it off.
Why don't you just let him up, Michelle? He's been appropriate. He's been pretty good lately.
His appointment is on the doctor is on the 9th of May at 10:15 a.m. The paratransit is picking him up at 10 a.m. to bring him there.
Grand?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, get him to the doctor. Get him up.
Just in case, I'm going to let him borrow my walker so we can get down and get back.
I mean, if he sees a GP, the doctor, they might refer him.
And if he fucking loses my walker, I'm going to be screaming.
I need decent fucking Dr. Wood, Jojo.
Why
I need
are you
decent Dr. Wood, Jojo.
Exactly.
She's lending him her walker. So what happens if he gets told he's got to go into some sort of place? You're going to lose your walker.
Then I'd be fucked. And he knows that's why maybe I won't lend him my walker. But he's going to have to figure out how he's going to do this because I can't do anymore. I really can't. I am dried up. The well is out of water. There's no more I can do.
And then hopefully the doctor, if he's good enough or she's good enough, will send him straight to ER because it doesn't sound healthy.
Right.
So you don't want your walker going walking.
Exactly.
Like if he gets transferred somewhere, like to a assisted living or anything, that's your walker's gone as well.
Now you keep hold of that walker.
And then I'd be fucked.
Yeah, well, you can use the other one. I think they have two. Don't you have another walker, Michelle?
If you took the other walker, then I still would be fucked. Because I have a spare walker that technically is a little higher capacity than the other one.
Well, what's the transport that's going to pick him up? Is it a hospital transport or
Krista, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they must have Walker in the transport system, surely.
All I can say, guys, is Tiger Kitty, I'm gonna get ready to deal with the last call, and then I'm gonna end the show, and then I'll call you back on the phone, okay? Or we can talk here. If I can get Ed on here, if you don't want, if you want to talk to Ed here, we can do that. Go ahead.
Get her to stay on here, Kitty.
What are you gonna do with Ed's shoes once Ed loses his leg?
I have no idea what I'm gonna do with any of his stuff. If it comes to that.
Oh, here we go.
Ed, we'll talk in a few minutes with Tiger Kitty on the panel.
No,
Can I have his shoes, please?
Wait, no, I'm trying to figure.
What size are you, caller?
It doesn't matter what size I am. I want his shoes. I'm going to use them to make this cool little mural to Ed. And I'm going to get a bunch of 40s and I'm going to pour them out. And I'm going to throw some cans on
The
it.
biggest problem is I didn't even get a chance to charge.
Hey, Michelle, can I get some of your hair?
What?
Not making any sense, boy.
They call it. I think you want to make a shrine or something. Like a shrine.
All right. All right, guys. I'm going to spare my audience the agony. I'm going to just end the show right now, okay? But you guys can stay on the panel, so I don't have to worry about trying to set up a separate link because my cell phone battery is depleted. I don't even know if it's going to have enough charge to hold the conversation.
Michelle, just stay on the panel here.
I said that I'm going to, but I'm trying to get Ed on the show too, on the panel in private, so we can talk.
Whoa. Okay, sorry, Michelle. I didn't catch it. I apologize.
All right.
I apologize.
So let me see if there's another way I can do this, and I don't think of anything right now. All right. I can plug my phone into his computer and charge while he's talking to you on the panel. Can you guys hold on while I do that?
Sounds good.
All right, hold on a minute.
Hold her down.
All right, guys. For the audience.
You're going to go private. I'm going to go to bed anyway in a bit.
Stay for a bit, JoJo. It's good to have you up here.